today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this pair of opposite tiny homes. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1. So this idea is a little bit random actually, and also I just want to say before we get into it, these aren't like, you know, 4x4 tiny homes or anything. They're kind of like, well, I wouldn't really say decently sized homes because they are like pretty tiny inside, but they're not like ultra tiny, if that makes sense. Anyway, so these are kind of like two identical homes that I kind of got two different themes to them. So the one we're working on here, this red home, is more bright, like, you know, just got brighter colours in it, I suppose. And then on the other half of the build, it's got another tiny home, which is literally the same build, like the same building but flipped really, and it's got more of a darker colour scheme. So that's what we're doing for today's build, and I did actually do something similar to this a little while ago, back early this year. You may actually remember it because it was actually the first one of my builds that's been featured on the Sims' Build of the Month, and that was the opposite townhouses that I did back in like July, August I think, but I don't think it was on Builds of the Month until like October. But anyway, so this was kind of inspired by that, but it's kind of like a tiny homes version, and also they're not like connected, and they're just kind of, you know, two similar homes really. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of these and which one is your favourite. It's kind of hard to choose really, but I actually, it's really difficult though, because I actually really like the exterior of the red one, but I actually kind of like the interior of the one on the right a little bit more. So it's kind of like I like both of them really, so I can't really choose. But yeah, so there's no like restricted packs or anything in here. I kind of just wanted to do what I wanted for this build really. And not really a lot of exterior space either. I didn't really kind of do that. I did do a little bit of landscaping though in like the front yard area, I suppose I could call it. And yeah, so let me know as well if there's any kind of other builds that you want to see through this year. I mean, it's only January, so we've got a lot of time for that. And I do get a lot of questions about like, do I do build requests? Do I do like just suggestions? And I do just do suggestions really. I have done one request, which was from my friend Josh a few months ago with a family mansion build, but that's really the only one I've ever done, and I kind of like, it's sort of like a little bit of a pressure really to do that. Like if I'm going to kind of doing that one build was fine, but I mean if I kind of do that a lot, it's going to be a little bit more of a pressure sort of thing. So most of the time I just take suggestions, but if you kind of have like specific things that you want, like this many bedrooms for this type of sim and stuff, I can still kind of you can tell me and make a note of it, but I can't like, you know, promise I'll get around to it. But you know, it's still a chance I'll kind of take it as a suggestion and incorporate it into a build. But yeah, so we're just doing a little bit of landscaping here, as you can see. Now there wasn't a lot of space. This is only on a 30 by 20 lot, and if you think about it, there's kind of like two homes on one 30 by 20, so the landscaping space here is pretty small. Like I said, I didn't really do any exterior kind of activities and stuff though. Well, exterior activities, outdoor activities, there we go. And there's also just like a little pathway going up to it. And yeah, so there is one bedroom and one bathroom in each. So if you kind of wanted to use this for a family, then this home really has 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. If you wanted to kind of use it that way. I know these builds aren't really the most practical thing. I wish there was kind of some sort of functionality for that, where like, you know, multiple families could live on one lot. I mean, you can do that, but you kind of like control them all under the same family, if that makes sense. So maybe that'll be something that we're going to get, as that'd be really kind of nice to use these lots a little bit more, because I see a lot of these actually. Whether it's like, you know, the townhomes build that I did, or tiny homes. Well, I don't think I've seen an opposite tiny homes build before. This is kind of just a random idea that I kind of came up with on the spot. But I've also seen like, you know, well, I've done one myself, the Suburbia estate build, which is kind of like 5 homes on one lot. So those sort of things aren't really the most practical, but they are kind of nice to build. So maybe we'll get some functionality for those. That'd be great. And yeah, so we're just working on the interior of them now, as you can see, and you can see like the difference between the two kind of tones of colours in the builds, but they do all have the same layout and stuff. So we're kind of doing the kitchen area, and we're just working on the little living room area here too. And then well, I was going to actually put like a little computer in this room here too, but it was kind of getting a little bit cramped. So I did actually go ahead and put that in the bedroom at the back of the homes. And they both do have like a PC as well. The bedrooms as well are completely identical. and just kind of, you know, kind of gives you something to do, I suppose, by having a computer. I know it's not necessary because, I mean, they have the TV too, so it's not like going to be so boring to live here, but I imagine it will get, you know, a little bit boring after a while living in such a tiny space with like no electronics. But yeah, so we're just working on kind of the little living room area there and kind of copying over the items and kind of just switching up the colour swatches. I did actually forget to change the colour of that lamp from Cats and Dogs in the darker coloured home. You can kind of see there, but I was kind of went back to the screenshots and I was looking at it. I was like, you know what, this doesn't look too bad, because it doesn't like really stand out like it looks like awful. It just looks a little bit like, you know, maybe I could choose a darker colour swatch, but a lot of the darker colour swatches with that particular Cats and Dogs lamp are fairly like old-fashioned. They have like a really old-fashioned like pattern on them and stuff, so I suppose that's okay. You can easily change it if you need to though. And yeah, so I think we're just about to go ahead and work on the bedroom at the back now, I think, and kind of just, you know, kind of just going back and forwards really in random orders doing stuff. So this build literally took me like half an hour to do in total, so that's why this video is so short. I've only got like 30 seconds left of video before I've got the screenshots, and the screenshots I kind of ordered them so like they alternate, so it shows you like one part of the lighter home and then the same angle in the darker home as well, so you can kind of compare them. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed today's build. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of, what you thought of it and what your favourite of the two homes are. Leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!